Alright everyone, and welcome back to our F1 2018 career mode. And yeah, last time out we started things off then with the Toro Rosso team, and we had, I'd say, a solid result. First time out, 12th place. We didn't have the best qualifying. We're still getting up to speed with the game, and I think overall that was an okay start to the season for us. We're here for round 2 now, then the Bahrain Grand Prix, and yeah, once again we're expecting a dry race here, obviously in the desert. And we do have that upgrade from the last race, which is just a durability update, so no actual performance upgrades, but yeah, just a bit of an improvement to the durability. But yeah, straight into practice then for this first session then in Bahrain, and obviously it's a night race, but obviously we've got the morning sessions during the daytime. And yeah, a track we've done many times, so track acclimatization wasn't too much trouble for us. And we are going to get a purple score in that one, so yeah, we've got that one done then without too many issues there. And now on to the fuel, no, the tyre wear test that we did after that. And yeah, it would have gone a bit better for us. I think we did get a green time there, but I feel like we maybe could have gone for the purple, but unfortunately we had Magnussen here catching right up to us and overtaking us into the first corner and sort of getting in our way quite a bit here. As we're going through the first couple of corners, and yeah, it's all getting a bit too close there, and get he's through now then, and yeah, we managed to overtake him back, it looks like. Well, we managed to force him out, but the lap time's already ruined, so yeah, that's as good as we're going to get for this program. But on to the fuel saving, and once again this one went quite well for us. It seems to be one that we seem to be always quite comfortable doing, the fuel saving. And we get a purple score on that one then, so sort of making up for the tyre wear one, I guess, a little bit. And yeah, moving on now then once again to the ERS, which is just impossible really compared to the other programs. Like, again, just you have to turn the ERS up to actually match the times they're telling you to reach, but if you do that, then the bar at the top just goes into red, and yeah, you just cannot do both, I find. But maybe I need to get better at doing it, but it just seems impossible to do compared to the other ones. But yeah, that was the first practice then, and we're 20th once again, like we were in first practice in Australia. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the weekend plays out. So we've got the race strategy now then. Had a bit of a slow start to this one, but yeah, we managed to get it together for the next few laps, and yeah, we're going to complete this one and once again getting a purple score. Luckily Hamilton there pitting and didn't try and overtake us into the final corner and ruin our program there. And yeah, once again in that session we were slowest, but yeah, just making sure we can get through all these programs first. That's sort of the main target for us. And yeah, qualifying actually didn't go too well for us, the qualifying program, and it's just a case again of having to turn the ERS up to get to the target times, but just not having enough to deploy over the lap. And yeah, we sort of just found ourselves short at the end there. But our overall time wasn't too bad, up in 15th at the end of that session, so yeah, not as bad as it has been for the rest of the weekend so far in terms of our position. But yeah, I think a bit of work to do here, and even though we did have a setup on for this race, I feel like it could have probably been a better one, judging by sort of the overall performance. But yeah, early days on this game, so we're still learning quite a lot. As our initial time then, it looks like we're slowest then, because we're, well, the slowest of the 19 that are set a time. On our second lap there, we managed to jump both Williams, so that's encouraging there, then up to 17th. But yeah, by the time we start our final lap then, we're back down to the bottom, so that's not too good. But I guess what is quite good is that we managed to get ourselves a nice space this time out on track for our final run, and yeah, we don't have to worry about anyone in front of us, and certainly not anyone behind us maybe trying to overtake us or whatever. But yeah, just want, well, now that I know about how the sort of overtake and hot lap works, we're going to try and use overtake a bit more than on the straights when we're on higher speeds. And I found that, like, to actually make sure I had enough to deploy over the lap, I had to go down to low deployment in this part, and that exit curb on, I think it's turn 8, that just throws you about now if you try and run over it. So yeah, you can't really try like run wide and gain some time over that because it just bounces you about so much now. And yeah, out of them turns 9 and 10 or 11 and 12, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's 9 and 10. Yeah, managed to get some good speed through there. Then turn 11, having quite a few troubles with this over the weekend I've been finding. And yeah, turn 12, a bit harder on this game I found. Like the back end seems to be a bit more looser at high speed and it makes that corner a little bit more challenging. But yeah, that towards the final few corners now then, we are going to improve on this lap. So yeah, we'll see if we can get up the grid a little bit then. Stroll has actually overtaken Ericsson as well, so that's a bit worrying, but we're going to come to line then. It is an improvement, but I don't think we actually gained any positions there, and no, we didn't. We are last on the grid then for the Bahrain Grand Prix, so yeah, a dismal qualifying once again for us, and yeah, still quite a bit of work for us to do then to actually be on pace with Pierre Gasly in the sister Toro Rosso then. So yeah, a very disappointing day for us, and as obviously he was through to Q2 once again. And yeah, I mean, we weren't far off the others. We're a very close last, we're not miles off, but yeah, last is still last, and that is obviously not where you want to be on the grid. But yeah, that does mean that once again then Gasly pulls out a little bit of a gap over us in the rivalry there. And good news is though that we did get some more resource points then, and yeah, we sort of tighten them up a little bit again, and yeah, we'll try and get something good with those then later on in the weekend, as I don't think the reputation actually was affected at all there, so that's good at least. And got some encouraging words I think from our engineer as well going into the race then. And yep, let's head over now then to the Grand Prix. So here we are then for race day in Bahrain. It's the second round of the 2018 season, and it is looking like it's going to be a very exciting race. We've seen some very exciting Bahrain Grand Prix in the hybrid era, and it's looking like it's going to be a clear evening tonight, as you'd expect, to be honest. And yeah, as I say, it should be another really exciting race. We've had some crackers here since 2014, and especially that 2014 race, which was a very exciting one between Hamilton and Rosberg. But it's Sebastian Vettel that comes here then in the lead of the championship. But yeah, we're going to look now then at the grid, and it is actually going to be the other Ferrari then of Kimi Räikkönen who's on pole for this race, with his fellow filling second place there, Valtteri Bottas. Championship leader Vettel head of Hamilton there. The two Red Bulls are on row 3, and then looking further down we've got our teammate there, Pierre Gasly, all the way up in 12th place then. So yeah, sort of showing us up quite a bit, as we've got Stroll and Ericsson on row 9, and then once again it's us and Sorokin on the back row. We have Sorokin ahead of us this time. And that is your grid then. Now I know that there's going to be someone thinking it, maybe someone typing in the comments right now, but yeah, I screwed up. I should have taken another engine at this point, because obviously we're last on the grid, so we had nothing to lose. And I just completely forgot. That was going to be my plan if I ever qualified last, to just, you know, get some new fresh engine parts for pretty much free. And yeah, I forgot to do it. So yeah, we're just going to have to go with our, well, the original first engine that we were still using. But yeah, it was telling us that we were going to do a 2-stop for this race. But having a look at the strategy, it was actually quicker for us to do a 1-stop, and yeah, that is what we'll do then. But we're probably not going to start on the mediums. We're going to change that, and we're going to try and start on the soft tyres. So yeah, we'll see what we can do then. Hopefully a lot of people will have to 2 or maybe even 3-stop in this race, and that will work to our advantage. So yeah, we'll see what we can do then with this 1-stop. It did say it was about 7 seconds faster than the 2-stop there, so we'll try and use that to our advantage. As yeah, we're coming towards the end of the warm-up lap now then, and yeah, we'll see what we can do then. From the back row of the grid, we really do have nothing to lose now then in this race. I mean, I said that last time when we were 19th, but yeah, back row then on the dirty side as well, so yeah, can't get any worse than this. And yeah, we'll see what we can do into turn 1, and then for the rest of the race then with this 1-stop strategy, as we line up now and the lights are coming on. away we go then, and it is not the best start there. I thought the initial launch wasn't too bad, but it doesn't look like we've got way too well, and the pack is sort of leaving us behind a little bit then. As we go down to turn 1, there's yellow flags, so there must have been some contact, and we're quite cautious here to not get any damage or overtake under yellow flags as we get very close to Ocon there. And yeah, we're up to 17th, and there's been an incident behind us, and the 3 cars have all gone off then in turn 2, and we've got a virtual safety car, so yeah, drama already then in this race. And yeah, we've made up a few positions then, and it ends very quickly. So yeah, it looks like all 3 cars got going again. So yeah, a very brief virtual safety car there, and in fact Ocon there out of shape out of turn 10, and that's going to give us an opportunity then to get straight past him now then, and up to 16th. So yeah, we're on the inside for turn 11, and through we go into 16th place here then. So yeah, not the best start. Well, I'd say it was a decent start actually, to be fair. I mean, it could have been better, it could have been worse, but yeah, we're up 4 places then, so I mean certainly a pretty good one. But our teammate is still somewhere up in front of us, so I'm not sure how far up just looking here, but actually only a few places. So I think he's actually lost a place then, because he started in 13th, as it looks like Raikkonen has still got the lead then over the line to begin the second lap. And yep, Ocon then is now trying to pass us then down towards turn 1 on the second lap. We're going to try and cover it a bit, but he's got the inside line, and we're actually very late on the brakes there defending, and yeah, it looks like we've just about managed to hang on, have we? We sort of push him out there in turn 2, and yeah, looks like we've got that one covered then, as we see a replay now then of the start. And yep, the 2 Finns then lead away from pole position. Looks like a Red Bull there had a pretty good start, and yeah, as you saw, we were a little bit left behind there, but we looked to the inside there, and I can't really see there where there was any contact or any damage, but obviously there was something that happened. And then they see the contact there, Van Dorn, Ericsson, looked like they sandwiched the rock in there, and we'll see that from on board now then. And yep, in towards turn 1 then. Sorokin placed himself right on the outside there then, and there's already been some contact there. We saw a bit of bodywork, and yeah, Van Dorn out wide there, and it looked like yeah, Sorokin just got sandwiched between him and Ericsson, and looked like they all got away with it though. But yeah, here's on board then with our teammate Gasly, and he did run into the back of Magnussen there, damaged his front wing. I think he may well have damaged Magnussen's there as well, because he sort of pushed him into the Renault in front of them. So I think they both might have damage then. But yeah, there we go then, past Ocon then into turn 11 on that first lap. As we skip on to the end of lap 2 now then, and we're still right in the back of this midfield group then. And yeah, we've also got Ocon still right behind us, so yeah, we're going to have to try and defend from here if we can then. And yep, we're sort of defending the inside line now then into turn 1, and yeah, we just outbrake Leclerc there. So I wasn't even trying to overtake him, but we just were able to brake so much later than him that we just found ourselves up the inside of him. And yeah, that worked out well then. We're up into 15th place, and yeah, he thinks about having a look back at us there, but yeah, we managed to stay ahead. And then we're skipping on to later on in the lap then. We've got Stroll just in front of us then in the Williams, quite high up then, because they do seem to be struggling quite a lot so far this season. And we get a great run there out of through turn 12 and up the inside into turn 13. We are through and up to 14th now then, so actually turned into a very good start for us then. So on to the next lap then, one to the back of Gasly, who we know now has damage, and we're up the inside and into turn 8, and he turns in on us a bit there. I think we had a bit of contact there, but yeah, luckily no damage. And yeah, he is, well, we're through then up to 13th, so yeah, this has turned into a very, very good start to the race for us now then. And we've got Magnussen and Alonso right in front of us, and I do think that Magnussen does have damage then from that first car incident, as Raikkonen again is out of the race. So that's 2 in a row now then. Both races so far he has retired from. He has a glitch in the first race, and now well, there he is, and he was leading, so it looks like he's just had an engine failure from to lead the race, and desperately unlucky start to the season for him then. And yep, he is out once again. But for us, we're suddenly now in the battle for a points position after only 4 laps, as Alonso has gone around the outside of Magnussen in the final corner. But We've got a great run on both of them here then down towards turn 1. It's going to be nearly 3 wide, is it? We're quite low on the brakes there. Magnussen locks up right inside. He turns in on us a bit there. We were a little bit deep into the corner, but he certainly turned in on us there, and nonetheless, so we have got through and into 11th position. As we look back at a replay then of us overtaking our teammate, we had a little bit of a lock up, but we were comfortably slowed down for the corner, and he just seemed to turn on us. We'll see it from on board from Gasly now then, and yeah, he definitely just turned in on us, so it was a bit stupid of him to do that, but yeah, no damage, luckily free the car. And then into turn 1, Magnussen locks up a bit, and he also tries to turn in on us as well then, so yeah, we managed to get past both of them, and then luckily on to lap 5 now then, and Hamilton and Ricciardo are in already then, so that's very early. So yeah, they definitely won't be 1 stop in, maybe even a 3 stop from there, I'm not sure, but on to the next lap, and it looks like pretty much everyone else who qualified in the top 10 is now also in, and that puts us all the way up then into 3rd place, so we're looking pretty good at this point then, having only having to do 1 stop in this race, so yeah, assuming the tyre wear works out well enough. But yeah, we've got Vettel then right on the back of us now then, as you'd expect, and he should breeze past us now then. We've got Bottas just behind as well, and yeah, through goes Vettel then in the final corner, and I think Bottas will probably try and follow quite quickly here then. And yeah, we're actually in the slipstream of Vettel then. We got a great run, and in fact we're going to just breeze past down the straight then, and in towards turn 1, I don't believe it, we have overtaken Sebastian Vettel, and we're back up then into 2nd position. So yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. We were defending from Bottas, and we just had a great run on Vettel there, and retook the place off him. And yeah, did that really happen? Well, the replay shows that it did. And yeah, there we go then, back up to 2nd place with Alonso pulling away a bit at the front now then. And yep, on to later on in that lap then, in the DRS zone, or the 2nd DRS zone, and Vettel then ran the outside into turn 11. Has he made it stick? Doesn't look like it, but he's got a good run now, and he's going to be inside line for turn 12, and through he goes into 2nd place, but is effectively the race lead at this point. And well, actually I don't think it is, because I think Alonso is on the same strategy as us then. I have a feeling that he's on the soft tyres, and I'm pretty sure he started outside the top 10, so yeah, he could well be doing the same thing as us in this race, but yeah, he's certainly got a nice gap over us at this stage. But yeah, Bottas then, and I thought he was going to breeze past us here, but yeah, just didn't seem to have enough straight line speed there to get past us, which was very unusual. But yeah, you think he'd be turning up his engine to just make sure he clears us at this point, but yeah, he's losing time here then to Vettel, who he was very close to before all this. But yeah, he's up the inside then into the final corner, and he's finally through then into 3rd. But yeah, we're going to have DRS now then, and we should be able to have a look past him here then. And well, we passed Vettel already, and we've just passed Bottas as well then, so this is well beyond anything we expected to be going on today then, and we're back through then and past Bottas into 3rd place once again. So yeah, really bizarre race going on here so far, and yeah, well, Bottas' race is in again ruined, and this is all playing into the hands of Fernando Alonso here then. But yeah, Bottas then up the inside into turn 11. Looks like he's finally got it done this time, and wow, certainly brake checking us there a bit there on the exit. But yeah, he's through then, and looks like he will pull away this time. And on to the next lap, we've got the other Mercedes now then of Lewis Hamilton right behind us, and yeah, looks like he's maybe doing a better job of clearing us than his teammate will. But yeah, he's at the inside and into the final corner, and we'll see if we can do a bit of a switch back here then and try and repass him. But it's going to be quite difficult, especially as he made sure to stay behind us over the DRS line there, so he's got it. But still in the slipstream, we had a great run down towards turn 1, couldn't quite do it on the brakes there, and yeah, we tagged the curb there a little bit slightly, took way too much, and I had a little bit of a half spin there. And now we've got Ocon, who I'm pretty sure we're in a race with here, is right on the back of us now. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on the same strategy. We're going to try and brake as late as we can into turn 4. We're side by side, but I think we're going to try and do what Hamilton, I think, did in 2014. and try running outside and get some better grip. And yeah, that's what we did then, and we managed to maintain that position. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in a race with Ocon then. We managed to overtake him on the first lap, and yeah, it looks like this battle could rage on then, because yeah, he's got a great run towards turn 1, and yeah, even though we had some good straight line speed in the slipstream of the Ferrari and the Mercedes, it does look like we're still a bit of a sitting duck when we're sort of unaided, I guess. But into pits now though on lap 13 for what will be our one and only stop in this race. So yeah, I'd say we're looking pretty handy at this point. Saying not as much as Alonso, but still we're looking very good considering pretty much everyone else is going to be stopping one more time, I'd say. So yeah, we're looking good then to, you know, be in the fight for some points here then. So it's certainly looking a lot better than it was well, after qualifying when we were at the back of the field. But we'll see then how the rest of the race pans out as we rejoin in 14th with Ocon right behind us then. And we're a little bit deep into turn 1 there, so he may try and pass up to turn 4 then, because we haven't really had the best run out of these first few corners. And well, just look at the speed of that Mercedes engine then, closing right up to us. And yeah, as I was saying, you know, we were going quite well in the slipstream, but yeah, I think you can really still see that the Honda engine is suffering quite a bit compared to the Mercedes there. And yeah, we're just about hanging on then ahead of Ocon as on to later on in that lap then. And yeah, he's got a good run towards the final corner here. Is he going to go for it into the final corner? Yes, he is. But we're gonna do a switch back here then, and get back ahead of him onto the straight. And we're probably going to have to try and defend once again here then down the straight. And yeah, unless we can shake Ocon off, then it looks like that's going to be pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of the race. And as he goes to the outside then, as we cover the inside line, and we're still side by side through turn 2, but we get well, we had a much better angle I think through the corner there, and that allowed us to stay ahead. But once again he's in the slipstream, he's got the better engine, he's going to run it around the outside, is he? And well, we're just about hanging on, but he's still there. He's doing what we did before on that outside line, and we've just about managed to hang on this time and through turns 5, 6 and 7. And yeah, this battle really starting to heat up here then, as we see the replay then down towards turn 1. And yeah, side by side then through the first couple of corners. And yeah, we just about managed to hang on there then, and so close round through turns 4. And looked like he may try and, well, looked like he was going to have us there around the outside, but luckily we just about managed to hang on in there on the inside and yeah, maintain the position. As on to lap 16 now then, and once again it's just literally going to be every lap, I think. Ocon is going to get a great run on this then, and we've just got to try and stay ahead if possible through these first couple of corners, and then try and cover the inside line for turn 4 as well. As we've got a few cars in the pits then on the end of lap 16, which puts us up to 11th place. And on to lap 17, and yeah, looks like a few more cars are in then. It looks like Grosjean there, I think Hulkenberg as well in the Renault, as Ocon has a great run this once again then, down towards turn 1. It looks like he may well be ahead this time. We're going to try and outbrake him if we can. He turns down, there's quite a lot there, looking for the apex when we were still very much alongside. But yeah, luckily no damage, luckily no spinning out there. But we got a great run then. He tries to go defensive towards turn 4, but we're at the inside. And yeah, we take quite a deep line there trying to do a bit of a block pass, and it works out quite well because he's lost quite a bit of time there. And yeah, we're going to see down then towards turn 1, and he really did not want to give us any room here then, cutting across to the apex. And yeah, luckily there wasn't any kind of major contact there. As yeah, back through we go then. It looked like a bit of a lockout there as well from Ocon. May well have cost him a bit of time there as well. But we are through then. And on to lap 19 now then. We saw Gasly going to the pits behind us there. We've also got Verstappen in as well there, and I think Sainz as well. So that moves us up then to 7th place now then. Bear in mind we're going to the end in this race. So if we can hang on here, then this is going to be a fantastic result for us. But that's going to be easier said than done with 10 laps to go, because Ocon, with the much better engine, is going to go past us now then, and we're going to try and outbrake in towards turn 1. Once again, is he going to try and turn in? Yes, he is. just looking to take the apex when we're still very much alongside, and we get back ahead then, but he's going to have a good run towards turn 4, but it looks like we may just have done enough this time to stay ahead. But yeah, he really does not want to give us any space into turn 1 by the looks of things. But yeah, on to lap 21 now then, and yeah, I can see some people battling behind, but once again the Force India is on us into the first corner, and it looks like we're just about hanging on then. We didn't really give him much room there in turn 2, just sort of return the favour really for all the times he hasn't given us room in turn 1. So we go defensive again up towards turn 4. It looks like we've managed to maintain the place, and in fact Hulkenberg has managed to dive through and past Ocon and up into 8th place. So yeah, a bit of opportunistic passing then from the Renault driver as we went defensive there, and yeah, he takes full advantage of that, and as Ocon was sort of run out wide a little bit, and through he goes into 8th place. But yeah, that's someone else for us to worry about now then, as there's yellow flag behind us, and it looks like this McLaren there, Van Dorn, that's smoking, and yeah, he is out of the race then, and well, he was on for points for their second race in a row. Of course, it was here 2 years ago that he made a substitute appearance, and yeah, got points on his debut, so he'll be disappointed to not be able to replicate that today then, as we've got Hulkenberg then round the outside into the final corner. Has he done it? Not quite, and yeah, we are just about staying ahead, but yeah, he's certainly looking very well attacking here then down the pit straight, but Ocon's there as well, in probably the best engine of the three of us, and looks like he may be back through. I think we're 3 wide here going through the first corner. We're going to try and give as much space as we can through turn 2, but it looks like Hulkenberg's backed out of it, but Ocon is very slow out of turn 3 there, and yeah, he's going to have a great run up towards, well, Hulkenberg's going to have a great run on him up towards turn 4 there, side by side. There's been contact, there's yellow flags, and it looks like Hulkenberg has gone spinning off there, so something happened there and they collided, and Hulkenberg's race has been ruined. Here we go then, Hulkenberg up the inside, and he locks up by the looks of things and just runs into the side of Ocon there, and yeah, that has cost him so many places and probably any chance of points today. As we see it again then, he had a great run through turn 3 after sort of backing out in turn 1, and yeah, just locks up there at the worst possible moment, and yeah, spins off the track, and yeah, that certainly takes the pressure off us a little bit, but not for very long, because we're on to the start of lap 24 now then, and Ocon's got a great run down the pit straight, and it looks like finally this time he may well have done it. We're going to tow back into the slipstream, try and outbrake him, but we can't do it, and he is through into 7th place. And is that the battle finally over then? Well, we're going to try and get into the slipstream now then, up towards turn 4, but we're just not getting enough there, and I don't think we're going to be able to outbrake him here. We think about it, but we just weren't close enough there, and he maintains that position. But to my pleasant surprise, we actually managed to stick with him, because I really thought that I was sort of holding all these people up, but it didn't seem to be the case then, because we were sort of still sticking very close to Ocon then, and well, we're through the final corner then, we're still very much in DRS range, and yeah, we may well have a go of retaking that position then, only a lap after losing it, but we've got Grosjean right on our tail then, so it could be 3 wide here down the pit straight, but yeah, we in the slipstream of Ocon, we close right in on him, we outbrake him, a bit of a lock-up, but yeah, we're back through then and into 7th place, and I really did not expect us to be able to get that place back after we lost it initially. But yeah, it looks like Grosjean may have a look then into turn 4, but no, it looks like everything has stayed as it was. But yeah, there goes Ocon then into the first corner. I really thought that was the end of a very long battle. I mean, we overtook him on lap 1, and yeah, we've been sort of in the same race ever since. But yeah, we managed to actually retake it then. A bit of a lock-up, but got it done nice and cleanly there. But yeah, it looks like it's certainly not over then, because we seem to be very evenly matched on pace, and yeah, we're just sort of slipping each other down the straight by the looks of things, and 3 goes then once again into the lead, well, not into the lead, but into 7th place ahead of us, and we'll see if we can do what we did before, and yeah, we could. So yeah, we should be able to, with DRS and slipstream, get back through, but a bit of a mistake there at the final corner. That's going to hurt our drive out of there. But yeah, we're in the slipstream once again, and once again looks like we're going to have to repass him. I'm quite surprised Grosjean hasn't gone for a move, to be honest, because he looked like he was very quick in a straight line. But yeah, we're through then and into 7th place, and in fact Ocon very start the first few corners. I think Grosjean might be finally making his move now then, up towards turn 4, and that could really take the pressure off us. And in fact they are going wheel to wheel, so that is really taking the pressure off us now for these final few laps then, and that is exactly what happened. They did close up a little bit again, but yeah, they started battling with each other, and Verstappen was in there as well. And well, we started 20th on the grid, and somehow we are going to be across line in 7th. I have no idea how on earth this has happened, but we got the strategy just right there, and we crossed line for 7th place in only our 2nd Grand Prix. And well, I really was not expecting anywhere near that kind of result in this race. And yeah, it was I was just amazed after I crossed the line, because I'd really thought there was no chance of anything like that in this race. But the final results, so it's the same top 3 from last time out in Australia, but Fernando Alonso, we said it was looking good for him, and it was indeed. 4th place there, with Ricciardo in 5th, and there we are in 7th place. Verstappen only 9th then in that one, on that 2-stop strategy, with yeah, Grosjean getting the final point then, after we were very close with him then. But yeah, looking further down, it was a dismal race for our teammate Pierre Gasly, last of the finishers and a lap down. And yeah, in the Drivers' Championship, obviously the top 3 stay the same, obviously having finished in the same position in both races so far. But look at us then, up to 10th place now then, with 6 points on the board. And yeah, look at that then, Kimi Räikkönen no points so far. The 2 Ferrari drivers bookend in the championship standings, and it's Mercedes then having both cars in the points that allow them to top the constructors despite not winning a race yet. We're up to 8th place then, but we were there anyway because the standings were wrong. But yeah, we're on 6 points now then, and yep, it's time for our post-race interview.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? Appreciate your time.
So yeah, I probably should have, tried to compliment the power unit there, because that would probably have helped me out quite a bit with the development. But yeah, I still feel like we're struggling quite a bit, and yeah, that wasn't really the first thing that came to mind in that race, the power unit, because we were sort of a sitting duck at times. But yeah, annoyingly we didn't really gain anything over Gasly in that one, because he had a faster lap than us. So yeah, that apparently levels out the fact that I made up 13 places and scored 6 points while he still has nothing on the board. But yeah, we get some nice resource points from this race, and yeah, we'll be putting that to some good use. And yeah, our reputation with Toro Rosso increases quite a bit there, which is good. And I think it increased with pretty much every team. I think that was partly because I didn't make comment on any of the driving that was going on, because I know that when you get those questions about the contact with the drivers, pretty much any answer you give ruins your reputation with someone. So I was quite cautious about doing that, because I think even if you say I don't really know what happened, then your own team's reputation drops for some reason. But yeah, we are going to do something with those resource points, and yeah, I was saying the power unit is the most important thing for us, and we are just going to reduce, well, we're going to increase the efficiency and yeah, make it so that we don't have to spend as many points on parts. And yeah, there are some quite cheap chassis and aerodynamic stuff that we could put on the car, but I think I'm going to try and leave that for now. Try and make sure that we get the engine upgrades on, certainly that first one at least. But yeah, that is it then for this second race of career mode. It turned out to be quite a long one again, but just because it was such an exciting race. Really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. I'll see you next time then for the Chinese Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.